just like the bigger plea that I would make to pastors out there, you don't have to even use a catechism. The principle of it is a pastor's job is also to instruct and to teach their people. And whatever like tradition you're in, we all have like a theology, we all have a way of thinking about God and through his word. So whatever, tradition you're in, like it's your task as a pastor, not just to preach Christ and, to preach evangelistically and, to apply the passage, on a Sunday morning, but whether you have like a Sunday night service or a midweek service, again, you're preaching the word, but you're just doing it in a more like doctrinal, thematic, topical kind of a way to build your people up, and there's a lot of errors out there, like non-Christian errors, of course, a lot of philosophies out there. And yeah, we have our own like, intramural, this church tradition versus that one, like, debates. So whatever, I would just say like, hey, whatever your tradition, if you're in Calvary Chapel movement, you have a theology, just teach through the word topically from time to time, who's God, who's Jesus, who's the Holy Spirit, what's the church, right? Like, what are the end times? Like, we're not going to agree on every single formulation, but like, it's a way to teach your people and and give them a big picture of what the word is about so that they can go read it themselves. That's really like what we're doing. I think last time we talked about this, like it's one of our jobs is like teaching our people how to read the Bible, right? Whether it's like through the Bible, Genesis to Revelation, we're doing that, or whether it's more like, hey, this Sunday night, we're going to pick up a topic, talk about the ascension of Jesus, talk about the Holy Spirit, talk about, those big topics so that they can then formulate as they're reading the Bible themselves, like big ideas, right? So